What if vegetables were people? How cool would that be? Would their personalities be colourful? Let's take a look and see.
Hi, I'm Kate, mum and dietitian. It saddens me how complicated the world has become when it comes to food. I know more than anyone how fussy kids can be. But what if we try and create a world where we sit around as a family and enjoy food?
Hi, I'm Oliver.
And I'm Elijah, and together with our mum we wrote What If Vegetables Were People.
It was really fun because we had to think what the vegetables were and why.
So why did I create the book? Well, as parents, we want our kids to be the best they can be happy and healthy and grow to be happy and healthy. We want them to eat their dinner and eat their veggies. But sometimes they just don't eat the food that we lovingly prepare for them, and that can be really hard as a parent, and it can be really stressful. I know, I've got 4 kids myself. So we often resort to bribing and begging our children to eat. Come on, 3 more bites and you can leave the table. Please eat your greens. Finish everything on your plate and you can have dessert. But are we trying to get kids to eat their veggies? Or are we trying to get kids to learn to love their veggies so they learn to grow into adults who also love eating colourful veggies? We know that dietary habits track. So what you do as a child predicts what you're going to do as an adult when it comes to eating. So we want to stop forcing our kids to eat their veggies and help them to develop a love of veggies, or at least a like of veggies, so they grow to be adults who also enjoy vegetables.
What if vegetables were on stage? Would eggplant be a dancer, spinning and twirling around on their toes, and be such a graceful prancer? Oh, I know! Zucchini! He's got an emerald crown. He should be king.
So what's the solution? Well, we need our kids to become familiar with vegetables, because with familiarity comes trust. Research says that it can take about 17 times for a kid to try a food to get them to learn to eat it. But before then, it can take up to 20 exposures to that food for them to try it. Now, that sounds like a lot, but my advice to you is to just stop counting. We need to stop counting, but we need a way to increase fun exposures of vegetables to children. The more you expose a child through pictures and books and growing them in the garden and visiting the fruit shop, it can be away from the table, cooking with your kids. They will eventually learn to like any food, including vegetables.
What if vegetables were your neighbourhood pals? Would peas be a green, cheeky crop, always bouncing around on their beds with their pods shouting out, "Please stop"? And these tomatoes, they're all red and hot from running around, maybe playing tennis or something.
I want to increase the profile of veggies, to make them friend, not foe, so that every family can have the experience of sitting around the table and enjoying food. Well, we have now finished the words and illustrations for What If Vegetables Were People. So what's next? We need to get a layout designer and also print it. And that's where you come in. We need you to help bring this project to life. We are seeking funding for a layout designer to get it print ready, and then funding for our first print run of What If Vegetables Were People. So, if you want to help us build a generation of veggie-loving kids, please pledge now. Support us so that kids and families everywhere can learn to love veggies.